Welcome to the first episode of Grasping Pearls of Wisdom. In this episode, we will be considering wisdom from Chanakya Neeti Shastra. Chanakya Neeti Shastra is a compendium of about 340 Sanskrit verses organized into 17 chapters. Examples deal with most of the things available in nature and are around us, like water, air, fire, rivers, ponds, ocean, mountains, sun, moon, stars, insects, birds, animals, and their traits, which can be unambiguously related to specified conditions and situations, including the gender specific traits of human beings. To grasp them all, it requires tremendous amount of patience to delve deep into and appreciate the traits and their relevance. When it comes to those few verses wherein gender specific traits of humans have been quoted, it is very easy for the blunt advocates of gender equality to go astray and reject the whole, depriving themselves of the golden chance of expanding the horizons of understanding. The guiding verses in this compendium were relevant and in application since time immemorial. They were key to the glorious establishment of Mauryan Empire, and they are ever relevant, that is, so long as humans are on earth. We begin with the meaning of the first three verses of the first chapter, which tell about itself, the compendium, its objects, and what can be achieved by its understanding. The first verse goes like this: Pranamya Shirasa Vishnum Trailokya Adhipatim Prabhum Nana Shastrudhritam Vakshe Rajaniti Samuchayam. This is the first verse wherein the compiler Chanakya, by respectfully bowing down to the caretaker of all forms of life and the universe, that is Lord Vishnu, states that he is presenting the compilation of top or highest or most important policies, that is Rajaniti, extracted from many repositories of knowledge, that is Shastras. There is a note to this. It is to be noted that it has not been authored but compiled. It is also to be noted that it is not about politics as the word Rajaniti is understood in present parlance, but top, highest, or most important policies relevant to all humans. Raja means top or highest, Niti means policy. It is in public interest and for welfare of all public, as will be clear from the meaning of verse 3. The next verse: Adhityedam yatha shastram naro janati sattamah dharmopadesha vikyatam karya karyam shubha shubham. In the second verse, it is stated that by studying this compilation, humans can know what could be naturally good, as it contains all the famous or widely known to be done, not to be done, yielding desirable or undesirable, while contemplating actions in discharge of duties. A note to this: it is to be noted that this verse specifies the object of the compendium. Now coming to the next, the third verse, it is like this: Tadaham sampravachyami lokanam hitakamyaya yena vigyata matrena sarvagyatvam prapadyate. In this verse, the compiler states that in furtherance of the specified object of compilation, which is clear from the meaning of verse 2, it is for the welfare and in the interest of all public, and by knowing which one can be closer to the position of one knowing all that is to be known. Now we take two consecutive verses from 14th chapter 6 and 7. They are like this: धर्माख्याने श्मशाने च रोगिणां या मतिर्भवेत् स सर्वदा एव तिष्ठेत् चेत्को नामुच्येत बन्धनात् उत्पन्न पश्चात्तापस्य बुद्धिः भवति यादृशी तादृशी यदि पूर्वं स्यात् कस्य न स्यान् महोदयः. It is stated that when people attend a religious exposition or a funeral or under the grip of a sickness, their mind or intellect starts repenting for having not acted properly earlier when conditions were better or different. Such being the position of mind or intellect, can it not be considered wise to always remain conscious of thoughts or actions that align with the absolute wisdom, which could have helped in taking decisions or steps succinctly and scrupulously to get liberated from the sorrow states that otherwise could follow? The way the intellect turns, going into repentance mode, for having not taken well considered steps or actions, resulting in a phase of suffering, who cannot be in a better state by guiding the intellect with absolute wisdom prior to actions? Note: it is to be noted that though the word religious has been used in this translation of the first line, as there is no single fitting word to carry the meaning of dharma, therefore the subsequent need of the word has been substituted with thoughts or actions aligned with absolute wisdom. In present parlance, the Sanskrit word dharma is translated as religion everywhere, though not correctly fitting, since no source of knowledge or wisdom older than that which prevailed in Indian subcontinent can be quoted to exist on this earth. That knowledge or wisdom encompassed deep understanding of nature on earth to the cosmic bodies and the interrelations and influences. Exemplary fundamental understanding of the non-life forms and all life forms on the earth, including the environment, constituted just a chunk of the knowledge or wisdom. Incidentally, those trying to remain aligned with the most ancient knowledge or wisdom have been referred by coining a word Hindu, coined in the last few decades after the earth started witnessing proliferation of so-called religions in the last 2000 years. It is going unabated, and it will not be surprising to see additions to the ever-increasing list of religions. The whys and wherefores of this sudden spurt in and need to establish religions may require exhaustive dealing and can be discussed separately, as the object of this note is only to delineate and distinguish the thoughts and action prescriptions emanating from the absolute wisdom forming the backbone of the compendium under discussion from so-called religions. Now, considering the 7th verse from 13th chapter, Anagata vidhata cha pratyutpanna matistatha dvavetau sukhamedhete yad bhavishyo vinashyati. This verse, keeping in spirit of the preceding two verses, which lay emphasis on prevention of witnessing sorrow states by sticking to well-considered actions aligned with the absolute wisdom or knowledge, states that there can be only two happy states. One, when wakefulness is there and actions are taken before something undesirable can happen. And the other, when having something undesirable happened, immediate application of mind to align with absolute wisdom or knowledge to ward off or to keep under check. If other than this, it is left to some solution coming sometime, destruction is imminent. Next episode onwards, we will be choosing different topics or contexts and consider application of verses from Chanakya Neeti Shastra and or other repositories of ancient and absolute wisdom for developing better understanding and contributing to better living conditions in our world by exploring thoughts and actions that are in line with that wisdom. Thank you.